Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Gophergon Islamia Government Online School. My dear learners, how are you? I hope that you are safe and sound, healthy and hearty. Dear learners, today I am going to take another new class for grade 8 English first paper. Dear learners, and firstly I am going to write down some vocabs from your textbook and you will try to write down. Then I will read out the topic and other components of this chapter. Okay, and now I'm going to write down. Please let's watch my video and you will try to understand, and you must try to write down the vocabulary. First I will write down vocabulary. Okay, movement. Movement, it's a participial noun. Then English meaning, the action taken by a group of people to achieve. Dear learners, and you must emphasize on English meaning in English, okay, because your question paper you have to write the answer using only in English, and you don't need to use single word in Bangla, so you must try to understand. Or oppose something. Then discriminatory. It's also adjective. That means it's participial adjective. Meaning treating someone or something differently, something differently and in an unfair way. That's mean discriminatory, it's a adjective, and treating someone or something differently and in a unfair way. Next vocab, emergence. Emergence is also noun, and its meaning the fact of something, the fact of something coming into existence, coming into existence. Next, identity. Identity, it's also noun. That means it's a designation of noun. Identity, its meaning who or what a person, who or what a person or a thing is. A thing is. Next, central figure. Central figure, it's a phrase. That means it's a phrase, combined word, phrase, and its meaning the person who takes the lead, then language policy. Language policy. It's also phrase. That's been combined words. Phrase. And its meaning, a group of regarding language. Okay, again, dear learners, I am going to recite. Movement, noun, the action taken by a group of people to achieve or oppose something. Discriminatory is also adjective, treating someone or something differently in an unfair way. Emergence, the fact of something coming into existence. Identity, who or what a person or a thing is. Central figure is a phrase, the person who takes the lead. Language policy, phrase, a group of regarding language. And next, I'm going to write down more vocabs. Okay, and address. It's also verb, address. That's mean to speak. To speak to someone. Then utter. It's also verb and its English meaning to say something, to say something. That's vehemently, vehemently, vehemently. It's also a verb. There's its English meaning in a strong or intense manner, dear learners. And last word, stay in touch. Stay in touch. It's also phrase and its English meaning to maintain contact, to maintain contact with others, Again, dear learners, and repeat, address is also verb, parts of speech, and to speak to someone. Utter is also verb, to say something. Vehemently is also adverb, to in a strong or intense manner. Stay in touch is also phrase to maintain contact with others. Okay, my dear learners, now I am going to read out the topic and you will listen very carefully, and then it helps to your understanding and your reading, develop your reading skill. And those who are connected at this moment, you open at page 47. Okay. Okay, this chapter, Bangabandhu and the language movement. You have seen a picture, and this picture is the middle point of Bangabandhu is seen. Okay, and Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was one of the few student leaders who played a significant role in turning the language movement into a mass movement. As a student leader, he was the central figure in organizing mass gatherings, rallies, and strikes for raising awareness against the discriminatory language policy of Pakistan. The language movement started when the Governor General of Pakistan, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, declared Urdu only shall be the state language of Pakistan on 19 March 1948 at the racecourse Maidan while addressing a public gathering. He again uttered the same on 24 March 1948 at the University of Dhaka during his convocation speech. The students instantly protested against this announcement vehemently. It was the time when young Mujib started organizing the students in front of Muslim League in East Pakistan. He was proud of his Bengali identity and very active to initiate strikes and protests against the language policy of Pakistan government. Later, the then Prime Minister of Pakistan, Khaja Nazimuddin, echoed the statement of Mr. Jinnah on 26 January 1952. Mujib was in prison during this time due to his political activism and was admitted to the Dhaka Medical College under police custody. However, he stayed in constant touch with other leaders directly engaged in the movement to make Bangla the state language. His directions from prison led the movement to a success. On 14 February, he started a hunger strike there. During a general strike on 21st February 1952, the protesting students tried to defy Section 144 imposed by the government. The police opened fire and killed a number of students, including Abdul Salam, Rafiquddin Ahmed, Abul Barkat, Abdul Jabbar, and others. In his autobiography, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman says, "We decided in the meeting in my room to observe 21st February as the state language day and to form a committee that day to conduct the movement to establish Bengali as the state language." Dear learners, I hope that you have understood and you will try to improve your pronunciation, and I'm trying my best to pronounce to be for you. And adapted from Central for Research and Information, CRI, August 2020. Now, here is some multiple choice question with correct answer and 3 correct answer for each items. Choose the correct answer and put a tick mark beside it. Question number 1. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman played a significant role in language movement What does the underlined word mean here? Significant. What does significant? Famous, important, infamous, active. Okay. And what goes and which option is correct for this underlined word? Is important. Is important. The protest students try to defy section 144 imposed by the government. What does underlined words mean? This sentence. Defy. What does defy? Defy means to refuse. Understand? Then, what is the meaning of the word autobiography in this passage? Option number 3. The story of a person's life written by that person himself. Which of the following words in the meaning of the central in this passage? Most important. Words most important. We decided in the meeting in my room to observe 21st February as the State Language Day. What does the underlined word mean? This option, to celebrate. What? To celebrate. And last option, my dear learners, I am going to describe before you, matching column A with B. Discriminatory, vehemently, open fire, string stars, engaged in, raise awareness. Column B, be in a communication involved in, strongly, begin to shoot, involved, unfair. Discriminatory. What? Discriminatory. Discriminatory means unfair. Okay, and vehemently. Vehemently means strongly. Open fire. Open fire means begun to shoot. Stay in touch. Be in a communication. Engaged in. Involved in. Raise in awareness. Involved. Raise in awareness. Involved. Okay, my dear learners. And now I am going to conclude my session. And stay safe at your residence. Okay. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.